Kellen Moore was signed as the quarterback coach for the Dallas Cowboys. The new quarterback coach for the Dallas Cowboys is a guy named Kellen Moore. Kellen Moore, I loved him. It's very unique because Kellen Moore last year was the backup quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys. And what you rarely see in the NFL is someone go directly from a player to an assistant coach. That doesn't happen. And to go do that in the same system you were in last year, to go from being a teammate of Dak Prescott to now being his coach is very weird. And I've seen some people criticize that. I've seen some people excited about that. Ironically, it's something I just completely missed until I did some research on it. I think it's a great move. I think Kellen Moore is a fantastic decision to be the quarterback coach for Dak Prescott. First of all, Kellen Moore is basically a coach already. If you look and kind of follow who Kellen Moore was, he was basically a coach that wore shoulder pads. I mean, he was never going to play last year. He never would have. He had some success in the preseason, which was fun to watch, but he was just a coach on the field. That's what Kellen Moore was. And I think he's a great hire for the Cowboys. I think he works well with Dak Prescott. You can watch All or Nothing behind the scenes. You can get a little bit of that. And I'm really, really excited for Dak Prescott's evolution and his ability to work with Kellen Moore. If you remember, someone asked me the other day, said, who is your favorite player ever in college football? Who is your, over the years, who is your favorite player from college football? My answer was actually Kellen Moore. Kellen Moore was entertaining. He gave us many, many entertaining years. Not 1 year, not 2 years, 3 or 4 awesome, entertaining years when he was a quarterback at Boise State. I loved watching Kellen Moore. I remember watching him with my dad. And I think Kellen Moore is at the beginning of a really great career. Take note of Kellen Moore now, because we talk about Sean McVay. Sean McVay came out of nowhere. We talk about Kyle Shanahan. I think Kellen Moore is a similar type of guy where he's going to move up the ranks in the NFL, and I think someday Kellen Moore might be a great head coach. I think Kellen Moore could be a great head coach someday. If you watch Gruden's QB camp, he talks about that with ESPN's former host, John Gruden, now coach of the Raiders. He went and visited with John Gruden. They filmed it, and he said, yeah, I want to be a coach someday. And it's very clear Kellen Moore has always been extremely adept with understanding how NFL offenses work, how football offenses work. At Boise State, Kellen Moore was never a athletic specimen. He never had a great arm. He never was fast. He had a pretty weak arm, actually, for a Division I quarterback, but he was extremely smart. He was well prepared, and he loved football. So I am so happy for Kellen Moore. Congratulations on your first coaching job. He's going to be a great quarterback coach for Dak Prescott, and I think he can bring more than just that. I think in the next couple of years, we could see, maybe it's 10, maybe it's 20, maybe it's 5. We could see Kellen Moore as a head coach in the NFL down the road. Pay attention to Kellen Moore. Thank you so very much for watching. Remember, you can subscribe to Strong Opinion Sports on iTunes, on SoundCloud, and on YouTube. You can find the full entire hour-long podcast on YouTube, as well as my best, most interesting clips. If you like Strong Opinion Sports as much as I do, help me grow this podcast by telling your friends about this show. Share it on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram, whatever it is. Help me grow this podcast by telling your friends. Thank you so much, and have a great day.